We are at mission, let's get this bathroom done. So I'm going to show you guys what we have already done to our master bathroom to update it. So we are not fully renovating it, we are just updating it. So I'm going to show you what I've already done.
Welcome to move-in day. So this is the bathroom when we first got it. Very builder grade. We have silver hardware throughout. That's my husband's closet. So we have a his and hers closet. The bathroom is very basic for the toilet room. And then you can see my closet right here. One of the first things that we did, other than changing out the hardware that you can see right here on the doors, is we completely replaced the flooring. The reason for this was we wanted the same flooring to be throughout, and there was actually carpet in both of the closets previously. And so we wanted the exact same flooring throughout. We wanted it to look more updated. And we do eventually plan to actually completely remodel this bathroom. So we figured we would go ahead and just redo the flooring now. Then that's one less thing that we have to do when we completely get the bathroom. So here are the updates I've tackled so far. I've painted the cabinets this very dark, beautiful blue. I've updated the hardware of the sinks. I've changed out the lighting. I have painted the tub base and all of the walls a very dark, beautiful color. I've painted the shower. So far for the toilet room, I've not accomplished much. So you can see it's still the same color that it used to be. I have started to do the cutting, but I've not done much of that.
I'm going to take you along to finish the rest, okay? We got a lot of things that we need to get done. The first thing is you can see behind me, there is a wall right here above the tub, okay? And this wall I am going to do an accent on. So I have a panel, we're gonna cut it. I'm gonna paint it beforehand to match this same color of the wall that I've already painted. And then I'm gonna put it up there with some adhesive on the back of it and then push it up there and then nail gun it in the rest of the way so that it is very secure up there. I have painted this metal black. It was an ugly silver. So I need to put additional coat on that and let that sit so that it stays where the paint's not coming off. I have updated the handles. I did not paint the handles. We actually just bought new ones. And the reason for that is because paint is not going to stick on something that you are constantly touching and moving when it is wet. So the rest of the stuff doesn't really get touched while in the shower. So it has held up pretty well because I put a couple coats on it and then I didn't actually finish it all the way because I've not been very good about finishing this space. So that's why I'm getting this done. But it has sat pretty well on the inside. The vanity, I still need to add hardware, so you're gonna see me add that. I need to paint this black, so you are gonna see me paint that with the same paint that I painted this. I also need to add an accent wall in the toilet room, and you will see that that's currently not even painted. So I have to paint that. I need to add an accent wall. I also am gonna add shelving in there so that we have some ability to decorate in that area. So it's not a lot of things, but it ends up being a lot of work. So I am going to take you along, you will see how this goes, and then you will get to see the final product at the end. I'm excited to show you guys what this looks like. That I need to add an additional paint coat to the shower and let that dry, and that will take about like 72 hours to cure or like really dry down, and then it should be pretty water resistant. It has been so far with what I've already painted, but you'll see where some has come off just because we did not let it dry really. We just maybe let it dry for like 4 hours and then ended up showering in there. All right, so I've already taped this area, so now I am going to paint it with the paint that I used to paint the shower as well. So this is the paint right here. It is called an all-in-one paint. The color is Iron Gate, and you wipe this part down with this first, and this helps it be more likely to secure to it. see what it looks like without being painted first. So these are just sitting there right now on the wall. They're not, there's no adhesive, there's no nails that have been put into it. It's just sitting here. The actual panels will be painted the same color as the wall, but I wanted you guys to see what it looked like first without it being painted. And also we had to make sure that they fit before I painted it in case we needed to sand the edges. It took a lot of cuts because unfortunately, as you guys know, walls are not straight and neither are ceilings. So we had to cut multiple times in order to get it to fit correctly. This up here at the corner of this window is only 17 inches. From this panel to this panel was only 17, but then over here it was 17 and a half. So we had to cut it at an angle. And there actually is a little bit of a gap right here, but that's okay because it's going to match the same color of the wall, so you're not really going to be able to see that. Also, there's a little bit of a gap right here down on this edge. Again, that's going to be okay because I'm going to have to caulk it anyway, and that will be painted in order to make sure that water doesn't get back there because the kids love to take baths in this bathtub and they splash a lot of water up here. So if I don't caulk down at the bottom and over here, then water's going to seep into the back of this and that would be a mess. So anyway, this is what it looks right now. I also wanted to show you that I still need to cut in place up here, but I will be putting a panel that is all the way over here in order to make this look like the entire wall is the accent. My vision is that I will end up putting a light here that is battery powered and a really nice big picture. And I haven't decided what that picture is going to look like yet. I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that for like nice canvas type things that are cheap and inexpensive, but I haven't found one that I really like yet.
So let's get these panels painted.
All right, the accent wall is painted, dried, and ready to go. So now I'm going to find the studs on the wall and I'm going to mark so that I can see where they're at. So once I put the all-purpose power grip on the back of this, then I'll be able to push it up against the wall and then I will put it in with nails. And the nice thing about putting the power grip on is that one, it stays where you want it to stay as you're putting in the nails, but then you don't have to put in as many nails. So let's go ahead and first mark the wall. So now that I have those marked, I'm going to push this up against the wall first, then I'm going to put the power grip on there. So I have the power grip already in my caulk gun. So I'm going to pick this up, put it up against the wall first. So this part right here is going to be on the bottom. So. really missed me putting the next piece on, which is fine because I almost died. Was saying the tub is very slick. Probably not smart to be doing it just in socks, but I recently really effed up my toe and I can just not put on shoes right now. So I'm barely surviving with socks. Anyway, I will caulk the areas around the edges with clear caulk.
Stay tuned for chapter 3, where you can see how I epically failed at doing the other accent wall in the toilet room. I will see you in the next video, but until then, I hope you have a luxurious stay. However, I hope you are able to keep it on the low. Bye, guys.